Welcome to FRC Media News for Thursday, June 24th, 2021. I'm Keith Tebow. There's likely to be a new superintendent of schools in Fall River very soon. The City Council gives an initial thumbs down to the FY 2022 budget. Bristol Community College holds a family-friendly vaccination clinic, and the youth summer meal program begins on Monday. All this and more coming up. The Fall River School Committee is holding a special meeting tonight to appoint an interim superintendent of schools and negotiate the termination of its contract with current superintendent Matthew Malone. Malone has been embroiled in controversy after allegations surfaced earlier this year that he acted inappropriately in front of staff. Last month, Malone informed the committee of his intention to resign on November 1st. Mayor Paul Coogan will not be attending tonight's meeting, citing a conflict of interest. He did tell us today that he's hopeful the school district will overcome any issues related to the former superintendent.
People still make mistakes. We all do. I do myself. But the problem becomes when they blow up like this and then they affect the school committee, the city council, a city. It is not something that reflects well on us, but we're going to work our way out of it and get on to something better. And that's all you can do. It doesn't help to just dwell on it and get stuck in negativity. There's a ton of good things going on in the Fall River Public Schools. I've said it over and over again, and I hope that going forward we can do some things to strengthen up curriculum and hopefully get our kids back on the beam. But we have some real challenges coming up in September, and I just want to get working on those.
For the latest, please visit our website, frmedia.org. We'll have a complete wrap-up of tonight's meeting on next week's show. The Fall River City Council has voted 6-2 to reject Mayor Paul Coogan's $349 million FY22 city budget. Sitting as the Finance Committee, the vote took place at the conclusion of a series of budget meetings with the administration and city department heads. Prior to the vote, Interim City Administrator Timothy McCoy argued that the spending plan is fiscally sound, meeting the minimum needs of city government.
I couldn't get over when I came back in here on May 20th at how lean so many of the departments were. Now, I don't know what happened over the past couple years, but planning needs folks, code enforcement needs folks, IT desperately needs bodies. Whether we want to call, IT, I talked to the director of IT today because it's been so difficult filling the position of network coordinator because we have other folks who interview and they're able to stay at home and make $20,000 more than what we're offering. I think you got a solid budget in front of you. Some of the things that you may want decreased, I understand that a council typically votes the appropriation. It's typically not a line item review. The folks who are more schooled in municipal finance can correct me on that. If there are some reductions that you would like to make, more than happy to work with the council on that, but I don't think you got a willy-nilly pie-in-the-sky budget here. Again, these departments the department heads come to Mrs. Sahadi and the administration prior to me getting here, and they're putting in what their needs are.
Councilors who voted to reject the spending plan admit that many departments are understaffed and in need of support, but they're concerned that the city continues to rely on state and federal money and other one-time allocations instead of planning to become more self-sufficient.
So clearly our expenses are exceeding our revenue, which would suggest that we're not in a good financial position. The fact that we're becoming reliant on $72 million of one-time money would suggest that, and that's all we've been hearing all year, is that, well, we're going to get a handout from the federal government yet again, right? And what does that mean? That just means we're creating more structural deficits. So that doesn't suggest that we're in a good financial position. So I think it's a little misleading to suggest we're in a good financial position when everything I just stated would indicate that we're not in a good financial position. I am not making an argument, or I'm not suggesting that we can correct the structural deficit that has been built up for some time. What we can't do is we can't continue to add to it. That's my concern. We're doing exactly what we did with the pension system. when it's convenient, we kick the can down the road, and then when it comes time and we've got to pay for it, we all look at each other and say, how did we get here? Well, we got here because we all made decisions to kick the can down the road. And I say we, not any of us here, but the people that were in these seats before us kicked the can down the road because it was an affordability issue, and they didn't want to make the tough decisions.
The budget has been sent back to Mayor Coogan for any changes. He says that he'll be meeting with the councilors to get their input on any amendments. He says the focus needs to be crafting a budget in the best interest of the entire city of Fall River.
I think if this year taught us anything, it's that money cannot be counted on. When we were flowing along in Fall River before this pandemic hit, no one ever told me that that the lottery money is one-time money, the parking meter money is one-time money, but it all turned into that very quickly, that our restaurant taxes are one-time money. What happened was we should have all got our eyes opened to what money really means. I looked at this and I think about what happened to us, and I say, now what happened if something really, really devastating came through that was like one of these viruses or these plagues, and it kills 30 million people or something unbelievably off the charts that we never thought about? Does anybody think that people are going to be paying their real estate taxes, or that we shouldn't use one-time money? Of course not. Of course not. One-time money and the formula to use it was given to us by the federal government. Every city in the Commonwealth is using it, and for some reason here, they make it sound like it's a catastrophe. It's not. It's money used to support the work of the people that both work in the city of Fall River and work for the city of Fall River.
The council has a meeting set for next Tuesday, June 29th, to address the budget if an amended version is presented. The administration may also seek the council's vote on a potential one-month budget to avoid a shutdown on July 1st. Mayor Coogan says he's hopeful a full budget will be approved next week. Here's an update now on the distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine here in Fall River. 49%, or 43,814 city residents, have received at least one dose of the vaccine, with 43%, or 38,172 residents, fully vaccinated. An update is expected later today. You can find out the latest on our webpage, frmedia.org/COVID vaccine. The easiest way to find out where to get the vaccine in Fall River is through the city's vaccination webpage at frvax.com or by calling 833-8VAX-NOW or 833-882-9669. You can also visit the state's portal at vaxfinder.mass.gov. You can also dial 211. In many instances, walk-ins are welcome. Over 100 area residents took advantage this week of a family-friendly vaccine clinic at Bristol Community College. The clinic was organized with Stop & Shop Pharmacy, which administered either the Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Recipients were able to register for prizes and over $20,000 in Bristol scholarships.
Yeah, it was really easy. It took all the stress out of getting vaccinated because shots are scary. So it made it unscary to have friendly people around. It's definitely not as scary as I thought it was going to be, and it definitely allows you to do more things after you get it. So I think it's a good idea.
The recipients will be fully vaccinated in time to become eligible for the state's Vax Millions program, where 5 people will win $1 million and 5 students will win scholarships of $300,000. The unemployment rate in Fall River in May rose slightly over last month. The jobless rate for May sits at 9.6%, up from 9.5% in April. Last year, the unemployment rate was at 22%. Other gateway cities across the Commonwealth saw similar increases, as did many local Fall River suburbs. Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker filed legislation this week to make August and September sales tax holiday months, saving taxpayers millions of dollars to support local brick-and-mortar businesses.
With tax revenues coming in at a much higher than expected rate, we think that a 2-month reprieve from the sales tax a 6% cut for all intents and purposes on all items that would typically be taxed at that rate is both affordable and the right thing to do to support our people and our small businesses. The Massachusetts economic recovery is off to a good start, but we think this moment is a crucial one to make additional investments to help our local economies and our businesses. This proposal will help taxpayers keep more money in their pockets and encourage more people to shop locally. It will especially help lower-income residents who are the most affected by the sales tax in the first place. We expect this proposal will return about $900 million to the taxpayers over the course of August and September.
Beginning Monday, Greater Fall River Recreation is opening up its summer meals program for city youth. Executive Director Grace Gerling says this year's program will follow guidelines from the past 2 years and will provide food for any city child.
Last year it was a grab and go program. This year folks can also grab and go. It's open for parents to come and pick up meals, but kids are encouraged to stay at the park sites and enjoy lunch at the park, as well as doing some fun activities, whether it being some sporting activities or arts and crafts or playing some games. We'll have staff at 8 parks, and we also have 5 housing developments. We provide breakfast and lunch, and we'll be at many of the schools throughout the summer. They also have some summer programming going on. And we also provide meals to some other local agencies like the YMCA, the Mastery School, Family Service Association. So we work with whoever, needs meals throughout the summer.
Activities at the meal sites will begin at 11 a.m. The meals program will be held weekdays through August 27th. Fall River's Heritage State Park is looking forward to offering as normal a summer schedule of activities as possible as it recovers from the pandemic. Visitor Services Supervisor Jim Lopes says the park has seen plenty of activity, but will ramp up its events as the summer progresses.
What's interesting is that throughout the pandemic, the park was very busy. In fact, there are probably more people coming through the park than there normally are, and that's a variety of factors. One was the park is a free place to be outdoors, but also with the closing of the malls. Our patrons are telling us that they're seeing all their mall friends here. People who used to walk through the Swansea Mall and walk through the Taunton Mall are all coming here to walk because it's such a beautiful park. And over the pandemic, what they've done is they've spruced up the park a lot. There are new plantings, new trees. It looks great, and we're ready for new programs throughout the whole summer. So we're going to have a series of dance classes here. We're going to have some concerts, big concerts to be announced pretty soon. Big concerts in August is a big month. We'll be doing that. We have other different things we're considering, but that's what it means. It's like we're back in the business of doing programs. What's different, though, is that we won't be doing a lot of the things I love to do, a lot of the interactives with kids, okay? You won't see us making bubbles. You won't see us playing ball. You won't see us with anything that involves touching and interactives. Holding off on that. That may change in a month, but right now the guidelines are to avoid that sort of just be careful about that sort of contact pandemic until we're really convinced that we're out of this.
While shut down through the pandemic, the park has gone through physical upgrades, and staff has developed an exhibit educating visitors on famous Fall River people and events.
We have a self-guided tour that takes you to every element in the park, telling you where those names came from, okay, and who those people were and why those people are considered inspirational people. We also have all these 7 wayfinders around the park that tell the history of Fall River, and we have a self-guided tour that you can walk around and learn about Fall River history by walking around the park. The wayfinders were there, but there was no story behind them. And now we tie it together with stories. There are anecdotes about Fall River history at every wayfinder. And that is something that will be up on our website pretty soon.
We'll have more FRC Media News right after this.
Here are some job descriptions on the latest hot jobs list from the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center. Senior Software Engineer, HCL America Incorporated, located at 187 Plymouth Avenue, is in need of a full-time senior software engineer. responsible for managing technology in projects and providing technical guidance and solutions for work completion. Job number 150-65692. Bank teller, Rockland Trust, located at 768 Robeson Street, is looking for a full-time bank teller to provide account services to customers by receiving deposits and loan payments, cashing checks, issuing savings withdrawals, and recording night and mail deposits. Job number 150-66248. Line cook, LePage's Seafood, located at 439 Martine Street, is seeking a part-time line cook responsible for prepping food and plating dishes according to the restaurant's menu specifications. Job number 150-66252. St. Luke's Health System, located at 363 Highland Avenue, is in need of the following full and part-time positions. Quality Information Specialist Registered Nurse, job number 150-69578. Medical Oncology Registered Nurse, job number 150-69579. Family Centered Unit Registered Nurse, job number 150-69556. Emergency Room Registered Nurse, job number 150-69554. For more information on these or other positions, visit Mass Hire JobQuest at jobquest.dcs.eol.mass.gov or call the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center at 508-730-5000.
The COVID vaccine is a critical tool to protect yourself and in the pandemic.
But you might have questions about its safety.
The same safety measures used for all vaccines were used for the COVID vaccine.
Tens of thousands participated in vaccine trials to prove it's safe.
Since then, millions of people of all races and ethnicities have gotten the vaccine and experienced only mild side effects.
I got the vaccine to protect myself, my family, and my patients.
When it's your turn, trust the facts. Get the vax.
Welcome back. Bristol Elder Services in Fall River is seeking out seniors eligible to receive free food as part of a COVID-19 related distribution program. Program coordinator Jillian Gadboy says the program involves the pickup of food every Wednesday and Friday.
So you have to be a resident of Fall River. You have to receive a low to moderate income. You have to be over 60 or 60 and over, or you can be under 60 and a person with a disability. You also have to have or be facing food insecurity by the COVID-19 pandemic. So this question or this criteria tends to get a lot of questions. You don't have to have had COVID, you just have to have been impacted by it. So when we say that, we mean, do you have a medical vulnerability that causes you to maintain your social distance? You're only going out to do very important things like going to doctor's appointments or the grocery store, and you're maintaining social distance otherwise.
The program includes a variety of groceries and ways to prepare them.
In the beginning, as you know, there was a shortage with practically anything. So we had to get a little creative. In the beginning, we were serving things like were pre-made, like mac and cheese. But since then, we've been a little bit more creative. We had our nutritionist, Olivia, that works at Bristol. She has created canned good recipes. So we have items like little cups of instant mashed potatoes, a can of chili, and peas, and then we'll make that a shepherd's pie. And then we include these food recipe in with the bags so that people can either do whatever they want with these food items or follow along with the recipes.
The special food distribution program will be funded through the middle of next year. To find out more, contact Bristol Elder Services at 774-627-1303. The Fall River Public Library is holding a special children's event tomorrow featuring your favorite superheroes.
Yeah, Fall River Public Library Superhero Friday. Awesome! I can't wait. I gotta find the Fall River Public Library though. Oh, there it is. Wow, cool. All right, I'm ready for Superhero Day. This is gonna be so awesome. Oh man, this is gonna be so much fun. Yeah, I gotta tell my brothers about this. Wow, this is a really nice place. This is gonna be awesome. Hey, do you know where the Superhero Friday is?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
Ooh, check with Jeff.
Okay. Hey, buddy, do you know where Superhero Friday's gonna be?
I don't, but you're gonna wanna ask Children's on that one.
Children's? Where's that?
Right down those stairs there, make a left.
Awesome, dude. Thank you. Children's room. That's where it's gonna be. I need to find somebody to tell me where this Superhero Friday is. That looks like the perfect guy. Hey, little dude, do you know where Superhero Friday is? Oh, okay. Ask the old guy at the desk. Cool. Excuse me, sir. I'm here for the Superhero Friday, but I don't see any other superheroes here.
Well, Raphael, you're at the right place, but at the wrong time. If you want the superhero action, be here on Friday, June 25th at 11 o'clock, and there'll be plenty of superheroes to go around.
Oh, man, early again. Well, don't worry. I'll be here on Superhero Friday. See you then, guys.
We'll wrap up FRC Media News right after this.
Hi, welcome to Hot Dogs and Cool Cats. Today with us we have Mooncake. She is about a 1-year-old lion head. She did come in as a stray. Unfortunately, nobody came looking for her. She has been handled a lot though, because even when I pick her up, she doesn't try kicking around and bucking. She's pretty content in my arms. She is very sweet though. I know sometimes with rabbits it could be a hit or a miss, but as you can see, she's pretty content with me holding her. She loves to eat her hay. She likes to graze on that almost all day long. The rabbit, she likes to eat fruit. I think it would be a good starter pet for a kid to show them kind of responsibility and they're not too much work. So if you'd like to come meet Mooncake at Forever Paws Animal Shelter, we are located at 300 Linwood Street in Fall River, Massachusetts. Today with us we have Ellie. I know we have shown her before. She is a very sweet cat, but unfortunately she does get overlooked. She is fairly young, she's only about 4.5, but she does have diabetes and is insulin dependent. She does need insulin twice a day. We have to make sure that her blood sugar is regulated. She is a very easygoing cat though. She doesn't mind other cats. We actually have a free roaming in a room with a rabbit in a cage. She doesn't pay any mind to the small bunny. She just likes to just lounge out and get loved. Because she is diabetic, we try to keep her on a special diet, mainly a glucose support. I think it would be beneficial if she did go to a home either with somebody that is diabetic or if they had animals in the past that were diabetic. So if you would like to come meet Ellie, you can come to Forever Paws Animal Shelter. We are located at 300 Linwood Street in Fall River, Massachusetts. I know Ellie would greatly appreciate meeting you.
La vacuna contra el COVID es una herramienta muy importante para protegerse y terminar con la pandemia.
Pero tal vez tenga preguntas sobre su seguridad.
Para la vacuna contra el COVID se siguieron las mismas medidas utilizadas en todas las vacunas.
Miles de personas participaron para demostrar que la vacuna es segura.
Millones de personas de diferentes razas y etnias han recibido sus vacunas y solo han experimentado efectos secundarios leves.
Yo me vacuné para protegerme a mí, a mi familia y a mis pacientes.
Cuando le toque a usted, confíe en las pruebas. Vacúnese.
That's all for this edition of FRC Media News. Again, please visit our website, frmedia.org, for all the latest news and information. FRC Media News airs Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. For all of us here at FRC Media News, I'm Keith Tebow. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Thursday.